Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that it would do that. But anyway, I didn't realize it was that time to for the thing to be over. So well anyway, we'll start another video here. So if you guys are ready, here we go in 3, 2, 1, start. Start. Oh, okay, there we go. Here we go.
And here we go. First witness testimony.
Before you press that button, oh my god, every time I see Winston start bullets, I keep thinking that that scene from Boot to the Head from the Phoenix Wright version.
Oh no.
I always think that.
Boot to the head. And one for Jenny in the wind. Ow!
I know. Okay, let's do the testimony.
The killing happened at People Park after a chess game.
People Park.
The victim was none other than Craig Carver. He was found dead on a bench not far from where the game was played. The killer strangled him to death. The decisive evidence we found at the scene belonged to the defendant. We believe he dropped these items after committing the crime.
Yikes.
What items?
So that's how this all came to be. Very well, Miss Faye, it's time for the cross-examination.
I swear, like, if even Maya was still spearbeating him, it sounds like every time he said Miss Faye, I kept thinking, yes, so she might. I'm thinking she might could do that in the future, maybe.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Let her
let's see.
express him.
Cross-examination? Already?
So, this is it. Your time to shine.
I'm really nervous. What if I mess up?
Nonsense. You've seen Mr. Wright perform cross-examinations. Just do what he does. You remember how?
Wait, how does he know? Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. Sounds like you know what you're doing.
Well, maybe I picked up a thing or two from my sis. I'll just press Detective Gumshoe about everything I can.
And, like, that's pretty much what we're going to do, at least for this first testimony. Since that's about all you can do.
Okay. Yeah.
These are just the facts. There shouldn't be any contradictions.
Cross-examination time. Here we go.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh my god, her face is cute.
Yeah, they did a nice job on that.
Love it.
The killing happened at People Park after a chess game.
Hold it!
By the way, did I mention that voice acting is okay, like when she says hold it or objection or whatever? I think that was Atkinson. I just heard it a little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, I won't do voices for them. I'll just like do the voices for whatever. All right.
Yeah.
It was cute when she she said hold it.
Isn't that place still under construction?
Well, most of it is, but there's still parts you can walk around. But the northeast entrance is being worked on. There's no getting in or out of the park that way.
I wonder.
The victim was none other than Craig Carver.
None other than? Is Mr. Carver famous?
He sure is.
Oh.
Well, was. Check out this catalog. Mr. Carver made all sorts of stuff, pal.
Dude, that looks like a dog.
Tables, dolls, spoons, wooden statues.
Oh,
Indeed he did. Why, my gown here was made by Mr. Carver himself.
Why did you say that nice attorney, dumbass? No.
Hear that, Mike? You don't get that sound from any other gavel.
Okay, stop.
If you want, you can check out the catalog later, Your Honor. It was found at the scene of the crime, anyway. It seems the victim had brought it with him for some reason.
And we
Yay!
more
More evidence.
catalogs. Yes.
Well, look at that.
Okay.
This year's models are in. Ooh, the Mighty Smiter Special Edition.
What?
When did this trial become a gavel trade show?
I have no idea.
He was found dead on a bench not far from where the game was played.
He was found on the bench?
Yeah, he was sitting all by himself when we got there. sunglasses of his on and the way he was slouched. He looked more like he'd fallen asleep.
Your Honor, we have a picture of the victim on the bench.
Ooh, picture.
Yes, look at that. It certainly does look like he's asleep.
Wait, is it? Oh, that was his hand. I didn't know it was his
The
hand.
court accepted this crime photo as evidence.
I was about to say, I forgot what was on his lap and it looked like his hand.
The killer strangled him to death.
Yep.
Oh.
How are you sure he was choked to death?
He's got bruises all over his neck, pal. Whoever did him in grabbed his neck hard. Real hard.
Ouch. I think that's about all I want to know when it comes to killing.
You're not
The
the
decisive
only one,
evidence we
Maya.
found at the scene belonged to the defendant.
Definitely justice.
And yes, guys, this is going to be 13 plus.
What was
Just to
that?
let you guys
The
know.
evidence, I mean.
Huh? Weren't you at the scene yesterday collecting evidence, pal?
Actually, I wasn't really paying attention since Nick does all the snooping.
Let's see. We found a waste pouch with all kinds of paint in it. It was on the ground next to the body.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, true, he would have that.
Yeah.
Was that all?
This turned out to be fun so far.
Oh, yeah. There was also a paintbrush next to the pouch.
Wait. Paintbrush. Wait a second. No! Okay, I just realized this. Mr. Gapane actually draws with his fingers. Why would he have a paintbrush
We'll
if he
get
draws
to
with
that.
his fingers?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Why did he take so long to figure that out?
And these items, do they belong to the defendant? Taking his occupation into account, we're sure that they belong to him, sir.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit these two items as evidence.
Very well. This court accepts the brush and pouch into evidence.
Dang, there's a lot of evidence.
That's a
I'm
lot.
very suspicious about that paintbrush.
Is that all, Detective? Well, there was also a key near the victim as well. A key?
What?
Why didn't you say so earlier? Sorry, Your Honor. We didn't think it had anything to do with the crime scene. It's a deposit key that opens a safe at the train station down the street. Well, let's accept this into evidence as well.
Woo! Key!
Yes.
Hey, Key, now you go in all your... That would be funny. Alright.
Good grief. I'm getting bombarded by so much evidence.
We believe he dropped these items after committing the crime.
Why did you think that?
It's my guess that after the murder, the defendant was in a frantic state.
A frantic state?
It's kind of like me sometimes. After I get through a hard day's work, I'm always thinking I forgot to do something earlier. Why, yesterday I told myself I had to go to the bank and get some rent money and...
Oh, dear.
He's on this!
Oh, no.
Oh. He forgot, didn't he?
Homeless gumshoe.
Oh, poor Detective Gumshoe. I feel for him.
I'm guessing you forgot to go to the bank.
I even tied a ribbon around my pinky to remind myself.
What's that ribbon?
But I took it off later because my finger started itching.
Detective Gumshoe, please show a little professionalism and concentrate on the trial.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut.
I believe we have an understanding of this case. After the chess game, the defendant murdered
Yeah, I
the
think
victim
so.
in blood. However, I fail to see why Mr. Gapane would commit such a foul act.
The prosecution
find out.
believes the murder was committed over the defendant's painting.
Over a painting?
Yes, we were told that the victim disparaged the defendant's artwork.
Wait, but that's ridiculous! No one would kill over a critique! That's just dumb! And besides, how do you know he even said that?
Why,
Great,
Your
that
client
laugh
told
again.
us so himself.
Huh?
Yep,
What?
he said it. Said my work was atrocious as spit.
Nah.
Don't say that.
Why not? It's the truth.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hey, I just said that.
Order.
But
I see. So the victim was killed over a verbal slight. However, before I pass judgment, I'd like to hear more from the detective. Please describe to us how the murder was carried out.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Okay, here comes the next testimony. All right, Maya, this is where you try to figure this out from here. There will be a contradiction, but I'm leaving it to you to figure it out. You ready?
Oh boy, I'm
ready.
Okay.
After the chess game, the defendant showed Mr. Carver his portrait. As soon as Carver made his last insult, the defendant attacked. When we saw what he'd done, the killer took the body and dragged it to the bench. No one else was in the park. Finger Page strangled the victim with his own 2 hands. And when did you make your arrest, detective? By the time we got to the scene, the suspect had already left. But he came back later with Mr. Wright and Miss Fay.
Trying to establish an alibi, I'd imagine. Gaining witnesses for himself and trying to get his painting back, too. One of the oldest tricks in the book. Those tricks do tend to slip past you, don't they, Winston? Yes, well... What? How dare you?
Awesome.
What was that all about?
Now then, the defense may begin the cross-examination.
I'm a female doing cross-examination of this. Do we even click on anything? I think you should check the court record. I think I might have found the contradiction.
Okay, let's check the court record, and where do you think this contradiction is?
The picture. No, the other one. The picture, the gray one.
This one?
Right? Yeah, make it big.
Alright, check real carefully. Is this the one where the contradiction lies?
But see, here's the thing though, because if Ben did it though, there would have been paint on his fingers now, wouldn't there?
Right, but listen to the testimony again. Alright?
Okay.
After the chess game, the defendant showed Mr. Carver his portrait. As soon as Carver made his last insult, the defendant attacked. Now, do you want me to press on any of these?
I think you should press this one for a second. I need to know info about this one.
Okay.
Detective Gumshoe, are you really sure about that?
I'm sorry, pal, but with the way the crime scene looked, it had to be Mr. Gerpain.
It had to.
Because you found his belongings near the body.
The suspect was probably in a total panic. As he fled the scene, he must have completely forgot about his stuff.
Well, it's true that Mr. Gerpain didn't have his things when we met. He didn't need his painting supplies with him to go out and eat.
Detective, please continue. Okay, when we saw what he'd done, the killer took the body and dragged it to the bench. Press or move on.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Drag it. See, however, though, I'm gonna press that in a second, but I just want to think for a second.
Okay.
See, he didn't look like he was exactly dragged because, well, unless you fix the body proportion, but at least at one view, it doesn't look like he was.
My personal opinion, I think you're thinking a little bit too hard. Alright, check us out. Listen. This is okay, listen to the testimony one more time. Okay.
Okay.
No one else was in the park. Finger Payne strangled the victim with his own 2 hands.
I don't think there was anything. Wait.
Okay, you got a painter, and then you have people playing chess. If you remember from before.
This is one of my favorite games.
But then, if that was supposed to be the case, how do I prove there was no one else? How do I prove that there was someone else in the park, though?
Well, why don't you take a look at this evidence and maybe figure it out and maybe see for yourself?
Wait a minute. Check the picture. Just, wait.
What?
No. Go back to the photo for a second. I just want to see the photo. Not the painting, the photo. I just want to check it really quick. Just looking around for a bit. Okay. Alright, back. Wait a minute. So... that looks like Apollo Justice. He killed him! No,
this is kind of cool that Faye is helping out.
That's
Phoenix,
right, because he actually was struggling with someone else.
By becoming a lawyer herself.
Wait. I'm sorry, go back to the photo again. I'm sorry.
For this episode. For this,
the photo. Check again. And I just want to check the fingerprints.
You really can't check fingerprints on that. Just to let you...
no, I'm talking about looking at the shape of the hands is what I'm looking for.
You're not going to be able to see that. I'm sorry.
No, you cannot see. You cannot see his neck.
Okay, go back.
Yeah, I will say that part's not going to help you. So.
Okay. All right.
But did you see a contradiction about any of his testimony?
I think I know if it's this one because, however though, it sounds like when they made the testimony, they didn't even think about the other.
The other person?
Dude, what if the other person the other person obviously strangled Carver. What if he ran away, and then when those guys came back, they thought that Gerpain did it? I say present it.
So you're saying yeah. Okay, I'll tell you right now. This is what you want to present, because there was indeed someone else's part. You had the painter. You had one player that got killed, but there was another chess player. So yes, there was someone else's part.
Objection!
Oh boy.
I think there's a big contradiction here. I think this painting shows two people playing chess, right?
If you're going to ask where Mr. Gerpain's opponent went, well, obviously he left before the fatal argument.
Wow, he sure saw that one coming.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't let him shoot me up like that.
Come on, Maya.
But you can't prove that. Maybe Mr. Gerpain was the one who left.
Are you saying the defendant abandoned his painting before the murder? Or that he ran away from a murder scene like a coward?
Oh.
Yeah.
Order. Does the defense wish to address this point?
Of course. Failing would mean a big fat penalty.
Watch out. I smell a trap. I admit, this is pretty good as Winston goes.
Well, it's sure not good for us.
Yeah, but you're right on the ball
Please
on that one.
stop first naming Winston. I mean Mr. Payne.
Well, did the defendant leave before, during, or after the murder?
Oh, okay, so yes.
Dude, it's before.
Before the murder?
Yeah, because what happened was that he probably had finished his painting, but he couldn't see who choked Carver, because when he came back, he didn't realize that the police were after him. It's before.
Very good. Before the murder.
Before! He had to have left before the murder! Unless I want to dig us even deeper than we are now.
I see. And why did the defendant leave?
Something else. They were going to eat. Huh. Oh, I know. He left to get lunch. Of course. He has just food. The answer's always food. Burgers. I ate with him, so I can back him up, and Nick can too.
That's not proof. We barely know the time of death to the half hour. He could have killed Carver, then had lunch after.
True. The police believe the defendant was simply establishing his alibi. However, the possibility remains that Miss Fay is correct.
Of course I'm right.
Wow, that's new.
A possibility, not a certainty. I doubt that either side can resolve this now. Therefore, I suggest that we move on.
Maya, Winston's playing you for a fool. This contradiction, it's a dead end.
Oh boy. Trap City.
Dead end? A trap?
Try taking another line. The detective says I strangled the victim.
Wait. We have proof he's wrong?
Let's just say
do we?
I don't fit the profile.
Wait a minute. I want to check his profile. I knew something about that profile. Friendly. Oh,
A friendly old man who finger paints in the park, the defendant in this case. Yes, that I will say that this you will have to present his profile at one of his
When this came out,
statements.
I was.
As soon as Carver made his last insult, the defendant attacked.
These
Saw what he'd
videos
done.
are really
The killer
cool.
took the body and
And
dragged
how
it to
they
the
made
bench.
these
go back.
games.
Okay. Go back to which one?
Again. As soon as Carver made his last insult. Dude!
If there's something I need to talk
He wouldn't-
about,
He's
well,
friendly. He wouldn't attack.
I'll talk, but
Did
most
you
of the
hear-
time I'll
see, because
just let
He basically puts himself down for his
Arclad and
artwork, and
Shinju
Maya's just
talk.
like, you have stability artwork
Yeah.
and all that. I think it's that sentence. I think it's that sentence for the profile. I think it's that one.
So you think it's
Finger paint. Wait, what?
let's try this. Actually, wait a minute. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Skip that part.
Oh boy.
Oh, I was wrong. Okay. There's a hole in his pants.
What? Oh jeez.
Sorry, first penalty. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, let's try this again.
that hurts.
I think it's,
What a penalty.
I saw what he'd done. The killer took the body and dragged it to the bench.
If he dragged it in... Yeah, if he dragged it, there would have been paint all over the body.
Actually, hang on a second. Let me skip this part.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Wow, this is. I wonder how long this has until
Hang on.
Oh, never mind. All right, guys. I guess we'll cut it here, and then on Monday I'll do the next episode, the next parts, the next two parts. So anyway, guys, that's all for now. Until next time, this is saying so long, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, guys.